Vanilla, cherry, spicy cinnamon. What could make that even better? Booze! Hi there, I am Julia Cearley, and this is Mix It. What does that mean? That's my favorite time of day. It's cocktail time. We are making a fall cocktail today that I was inspired by the leaves falling, by the air getting a little bit chillier. So this is a cocktail that's gonna keep you warm and toasty. I just make the drink, I don't know what to call it. So leave a comment below and let me know what you think we should call this cocktail. First thing is first, we gotta get our bourbon infusing with that vanilla bean. So grab your bean, unfold it, take your knife, and just split it right down the middle. Flip it around, get the other side. It's sticky, it's gonna get everywhere, but that's okay. At least you're gonna smell good all day. And you see all the little vanilla beans when you expose it. Grab your bourbon, open her on up, and all you have to do is plop these babies right in there. Now you can filter this out if you like, but I like to have the little crunch, I don't know. That's all a texture thing to you, whatever you like. Now here's the thing, the longer the vanilla bean sits in your bourbon, the more vanilla-y it's going to get. If you're impatient, here's a little hack for you. A little vanilla extract. Just pour like a little capful, give it a little swirl. No one will ever know the difference. Just gives it that extra layer of warmth and ooh, so good. It is time to make our boozy cherries. Brandied cherries, technically, I like to call them boozy cherries. So we're gonna start this much like we would a simple syrup. So first and foremost, we're going to add sugar and water. That's the base of all simples, but we're gonna play with the proportions a little bit. I'm gonna do 1 cup of water, and then I'm gonna do just a little bit less of sugar. So you can add as much as you want, but I'm gonna do 3/4 cups of sugar. And now I'm gonna add my spices, cloves and cinnamon stick. The cloves, I just did like a small handful. I felt it needed just a little bit of acid just to round it out. So I have about a tablespoon of lemon juice, and then I'm going to add some orange peel. I'm gonna peel off about 3 good strips. Try not to get much pith in there. Let's go ahead and give it a stir over high heat, and we're gonna wait till we see, like the little bubbles at the bottom, just about a simmer. Now that we see the little bubbles forming, we're going to add our cherries. I actually bought these frozen. You can let them thaw, you can actually put them in frozen, or if cherries are in season, I don't wanna splash myself because that's gonna be hot, you can use fresh cherries. Also use all the juice in there as well. Okay, now we're gonna let this come to a boil just for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to reduce the heat and we're gonna add the good stuff. Now remove it from a high heat, put it on just really low heat because it's time for the brandy. So we're gonna add about a cup of brandy. Pour that right in, make sure you're on low heat at this point. Maybe just a little skosh more, just a little bit. Give it a stir, and you're gonna let this simmer low and slow until you get it to that nice sort of syrupy consistency. So once this is cooled down and you've let it simmer down, you let it cool, just stick it in your refrigerator. It will last for at least a couple of weeks, and the longer it sits, the better it gets, just like that vanilla bean in the brandy. Low and slow, my friends. It's like fine wine. It's like me. I get better with age. Sorta. Open. Maybe. It is time to make the cocktail. We're gonna mix it, we're gonna stir it. We're going to use a mixing glass. All right, I'm gonna start with the booze before I add the ice because I don't want it to get any meltier or more watered down than it needs to be. All right, we're gonna start with 2 ounces of our vanilla bean infused bourbon, any bourbon that you like. Next up, we're going to do 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, which is made from fortified wine, just FYI. 1 ounce of that. It's gonna give it a little hint of smoke, a little bit of sweetness. Now we're gonna add some maraschino liqueur. I love working with maraschino liqueur. It's in a lot of classic cocktails. So it's cherry-based, Morosca cherries. It started in Croatia. But it has this really nice viscosity. It has like toasty, nutty almond notes, vanilla notes, and of course those cherry notes as well. But it's kind of syrupy, so it adds really great texture. Now a little goes a long way when it comes to maraschino liqueur, so we're only doing 1/2 ounce of that. Every last drop. Okay, the spirit, the sugar, and some bitters. We're using Peychaud's bitters, which is actually cherry bitters. See, it's all coming together. Just a couple dashes. It also gives it a really pretty color. All right, give it a good stir. I like to stir my brown spirits. Just PS, that's the camp I belong to. So for this, we're going to use a bucket glass, rocks glass, because I'm gonna pour this over a large cube. Come on. Woo. All right, we got our ice sphere. We got our cocktail stirred. Strainer. Strain our cocktail over our sphere. Looks delicious. And then it's time for garnish. So we're gonna garnish with a nice big twist of orange. All right, we're going to express the oils, as they say in the biz. Right over that, line the rim of your glass. And then it's time for our boozy brandy cherries. Scoop a couple of these guys out. Stab them on the stabbies. That is my technical term. I don't know what they're called, picks, garnish picks, stabbies. Gonna place that right on top of our orange, just kind of like a boat. You can even add some of the cherry juice if you want a little bit more of that spice. And there you go. There is our vanilla cherry bourbon cocktail. Let's give it a taste, shall we? Oh, it smells good. It's pretty good if I do say so myself. I think I knocked it out of the park. So you have all those notes. You have those toasty vanilla notes. You have the warmth of the bourbon. You've got those nice spicy cinnamon boozy cherries. And just wait till you get to the very bottom. I can't wait. Woo! A little boozy, but delicious. All right, cheers, my friends. If you want to find all sorts of fun tools to add to your home bar, just go to QVC.com. In that search bar, type in Mix It. You'll find all sorts of fun stuff. Do not forget to like and subscribe.